donated a lot of money or done something in the community.
As I said previously, I'm not entirely sure why they gave me the sculpture and named this place after me, but I didn't complain. I just ride the elevators.
I see.
Nice and slow.
You just go up and down nice and slow.
Oh, yes. It's my favorite thing to do.
Well, do you have a job?
As I stated previously, I ride the elevators nice and slow all day, so I do not have time for a job.
I see.
Yes.
I'm actually applying for a job here at the shoe.
Really?
Yeah.
Maybe I can put in a word for you. What's your name?
My name is James.
James. All right. Well, what I do know about you so far is that you're an excellent button pressure. So we have a job opening for someone to stand on the elevator and press the button for the 7th floor. You are the man for it.
You know, the way the economy is going, I would take any job I could get. If they offered me button presser in the elevator here at the shul, I would take it.
Button press in the elevator at the shul. Are you going to tell your friends that's what you do?
At the Eric Watson shul? Why not?
Yeah, of course. This is a place where everybody wants to be.
What do you say? Will you put in a good word for me?
What are you going to do for me?
Get you to the 7th floor?
Slowly?
Slowly.
All right, perfect. I'll take it.
Thank you. Deal. And that's our scene. Thank you very much. All right, now we're going to play a little fun game called Rewind. So what we'd like you to do, actually, is sort of think and just call out some suggestions that come to mind. Why don't we start with types of theater, names of famous playwrights, just anything that comes to mind. If anyone knows the name of a famous playwright or a style of theater. Neil Simon, I heard. What was that? Eugene O'Neill. I heard Shakespeare, okay. How about a genre of film or a famous film director? Hitchcock, I heard. I heard Steven Spielberg. Film noir. What was that? Scorsese, I see. How about, let's see.
John Ford.
John Ford. Okay. John Ford. What was that I heard? Cats. Okay, yes. The Cats film. Sorry? Oh, the Broadway show Cats. Okay.
We're not listening to her, remember?
That's right. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Yes.
No one ever does. Don't worry about it.
Okay, great. So the way that the game's going to work is I'm going to rewind the action of the scene back to the beginning, and we're going to play that scene back for you. And I think we will do it in the style of William Shakespeare. So the same scene in the style of William Shakespeare. Good morrow, good sir. As we stand here in this tiny room, almost shoulder to shoulder, which doth lift us towards the heavens, may I press it upon one of the buttons that may rise us into the sky that is this jewel?
Yes, I do request that thou will pushest the button on the 7th level of this shul.
Yea. And though the name of benefactors on this shul's benefactor list doth include the names Cohen, Weinstein, and Levin, I will indeed be obedient and press the number 7.
This elevator doth move slow.
Yea.
That is how I don't like it.
Does move slowly, like the time I did take reading the novels of Stieg Larsson. Good sir, I cannot help but notice thy visage seems familiar to me. Hasn't thy countenance run into mine own before?
Dare you not recognize who I am? If standing before you is Sir Watson.
Sir Watson
Of Montclair.
Sir Watson of Montclair? In the jersey that is new?
Yes.
Hey, there is a bronze likeness of thee in the lobby.
Yes, but I doth not know why there is a bronze likeness of me.
Yea, it is one of the great mysteries of life. To be or not to be, that is not the question. The real question is, why is there a likeness of you in the lobby of the
I doth not know, as I saith before, and I shall say again, I doth not know.
Aye, good sir, but in thy unknowingness, I indeed must know. Why dost thou ride this elevator up and down all day? Art thou in search of thy lost love?
Yes, and I doth search by riding said elevator up and down each day.
He does think this is folly, thinking thy love will step onto the elevator at random. But yea, never mind what goes through my mind. I sit here, waiting in despair, hoping indeed to seek employment. Employment from the owner and those who, the council and treasurer here of this shul.
Art thou that? Thou knowest that my visage doth lie on the first floor of said shul. Request thou me a place of employment with said shul.
Good sir, if thou dost put in a good word for me, perhaps to Ari, who was the only person who clapped during our blues song. Or the rabbi, who told us very sternly to keep the show clean. Perhaps I could gain some sort of employment here at the show.
I have bathed. From where dost thou learn your manners? Get down on thy knee before thou make such a request.
I doth bring myself down to my knee.
Make your request.
Ah, yes, indeed. Thinking how comfortable this carpet is. Sir, if thou wast help put in a good word to me here at this shul, thou wouldst earn my everlasting love and loyalty. Wilt thou consider as if?
Well, I have seen how well thou hast pressed that, pulled that rope in said machine that doth elevate us up and down. Should there be machines in this time? Thou dost not know.
I know not. All right, that's our Shakespeare scene. Thank you very much. We'll try one more quick version of the scene in the style of film noir. I heard film noir as a film style. So we'll try the same scene in the style of film noir. It was a dark and stormy night at the shul. The shul was in far Rockaway, which is even farther away than the actual Rockaway. Rockaway Boulevard seemed to stretch on and on for miles and miles until I saw one light in the distance that says, Kaz Carpets. I made it, I thought to myself, but I had to go even further. But what the dickens? I made it left and right on Dickens and ended up here in Healy. I was riding an elevator in a building that clearly had no elevator when he walked in.
Number 7. And be snappy about it, Bob.
He had a way about him that made it sound like he was used to giving the orders and used to having those orders taken and acted upon. Rather than reveal myself as the private eye that I am, I decided to play dumb and went ahead and pressed the button. Then the lights went out. Somebody didn't pay the bill in this joint.
Apparently not. I don't know how bills get paid around here anyway. I don't know anything happens around here, but I just let it happen. Me, I just ride this elevator up and down, but not too fast, though.
No, you like it slow, you do, huh?
I like it slow.
Say, pal, listen, I'm not trying to give you the business, but I can't help but notice I think I've seen your mug before. Yeah, I can't remember where, but I've seen it in a very hardened state. A hardened, almost steely kind of gaze looking out at me from somewhere, but you look familiar, I just had to ask.
Why, that must have been a bronze sculpture in front of this building that was made after me. They had me sit down and they sculpted my face for hours upon hours.
Of course, there was a sculpture of this man in the lobby of this shul, of this building. I didn't understand why I didn't remember it. I think I will order that CPAP machine from my doctor. Why, yeah. Say, my name's Spade, Sam Spade. What's yours?
My name's Mr. Watson, C. Watson.
Watson.
Yes.
The same Watson who's wanted for murder of that dame over on Johnson Street?
No, not that Watson. Not that Watson at all. There must be a different Watson that looks like me.
The Watson who robbed the Chase Bank and hid all the money inside one of the carpets at Kaz Carpets?
Oh, no, not that Watson either. I don't like to chase things, and I don't like going to anything that has even the word chase in it. I like things nice and slow. I walk slow, I eat slow, and I ride elevators slow.
There was something about him. He couldn't look me in the eye as he was talking, so I tried to find a way to get him to look me in the eye. Hey, why don't you look me in the eye?
Because you're asking me questions, and I fear that if you look into my eyes, then you will know the truth.
The truth? Suddenly then, I realized the truth. He had a heater on him. Either that or he had a hernia inside his jacket. Is that a gun? Oh, it's a gun!
Of course it's a gun. What do you think it is? It's a gun, it's not a potato, and I'm gonna shoot you if you keep asking questions.
Why are you gonna fire those spuds at me from that iron potato, Watson? What'd I do to you?
Because you found me out. I robbed the bank, I killed the lady over on that street, and I've probably done a lot of other things that you don't know about.
Great Scott. What are you doing here in this shul, then?
I'm just riding the elevator up and down. This is the last place anyone would ever look for a criminal in an elevator of a shul.
He had a good point, a darn good point. Oh, what about the innocent people who want to ride the elevator?
Those innocent people are gonna have to wait, because I'm just riding up and down until the likes of you came along.
Gonna have to wait. They're tired of waiting. They waited 20 minutes while we got rear-ended on the Jackie Robinson Parkway.
Look here, enough of the jibber-jabber. Get on your knees.
On my knees, eh? Say, mind if I take a look at that gun?
Oh, sure, look at it. It's a nice one.
Aha!
Foiled again.
Foiled again. And that's how I solved the case of the killer of the shul elevator. Thank you very much. Okay, for this next scene, we're actually going to need about 7 volunteers. So the 7 volunteers who want to join us in some of the fun. Now, it works when you volunteer yourself. Come on up, ma'am. All right, that's 1. People are volunteering each other.
Go.
Okay, so we've got 1 so far. What was that, Ari? Who are you pointing to?
Right here, we got 3 right here.
Okay. People are just pointing to the wives? Harvey got pointed to. Come on, Harvey, come on. How about Ari? Let's bring Ari. Sure, sir. Come on up. 1, 2,
Bring the rabbi up here,
4.
too. Come on, Rabbi. Come on up here.
Rabbi, it'll be fun. Rabbi's keeping an eye on us. Okay, what do we got here? 1, 2, 3, 7. How about 1 more then? Just 1 more verse. It's painless, we promise. We keep getting pointed
You,
to.
sir, walking sheepishly towards the door. Come on.
He just got here.
Of course you did.
All right. How about
Neither do we. Come on.
how about you, sir? You've been volunteering people. Why don't you come? No, the guy who's turning around. How about some encouragement? Let's have some encouragement. Come on. What'd you say? You'll get a great view of it from up here. What's your name?
Okay, how about the president of our shul, Sally? Come here, Sally. Dr. Sally Winter, come on, Sally.
Okay, so why don't we have one person sit in the chair? Could be any of you. Just go ahead and have a seat in that particular chair, and we'll move another chair over here. Just watch the wires there, Malachi. We'll have someone else sit here. Ari, you want to sit here? What's your name, sir? Sally, nice to meet you. How are you? Thanks for having us. Why don't you have a seat there as well? Sir, you are? Adam, why don't you stay right there? And Harvey, why don't we have you come right over here? How's this? Right over here. Just sort of stand over here. And what's your name, ma'am? Alice. Okay, so Alice, Ari, Harvey, Sally, and Adam. And who are you? No, I'm kidding. Okay. This is a fun game. It's called Pillars. We're going to act as if our 5 guests on stage are stone pillars. But from time to time during the scene, Malachi and I are going to leave pauses in our dialogue. And whenever we do that, we'll just simply point the mic in your direction, and you just say the first word that comes to mind to finish the sentence. It can either be logical, or it can be something silly, and we'll just make our best with it. But when we leave a pause in our dialogue, you just go ahead and fill it in. Don't worry about being funny, just whatever comes to mind. So, does it have to be what? Clean. Harvey, the rabbi is right here. So we'll go with clean. Okay, so why don't we do a little example? For instance, this morning I got up and I decided I was going to make myself a nice breakfast of eggs. So you see how funny this is going to be.
We're going to do it anyway.
Okay, yeah, you're fine. I'm kidding around. All right, that's all fine. The rest of the lights. So, and then after I decided to go to work, and instead of taking my car, I took my bike. Okay.
And I decided to go for a jog, but I could only make it frog. You see, it doesn't even have to make sense. We'll go with it anyway.
Okay, so as sort of an added challenge for us, we're going to ask for an opening line of dialogue, something somebody would say to someone else. It doesn't have to be hello, it could be anything at all, just sort of a random sentence. What was that, sir? Don't talk during the davening. Don't talk during the davening, okay? And how about another line? that is totally unrelated to don't talk during the davening.
Don't talk during the davening.
Don't talk during the davening. Okay.
That's not related. It's two different things.
Two different things.
It's don't talk during the davening and don't talk during the davening.
I see. Okay. These pretzels are making me thirsty. Excellent. Okay, great. So our opening line is going to be don't talk during the davening. And our closing line somehow is going to be these pretzels are making me thirsty. High school, right? Thank you. And somehow we'll ask you to fill in the blanks. So we'll get started. Don't talk during the davening. That's what I said to him.
You said to him during it? So in saying that, you were breaking the rule that you were giving him yourself.
Granted, yes, the davening was going on, and I was talking during the davening. You make a good point, okay? The kids have to learn. Moishe had to learn, okay? He had to learn one way or another, okay? I didn't want him to be older. I didn't want him to be at his bar mitzvah, and suddenly during the davening he starts talking, and everyone gets up and walks out.
Everyone left just because he was talking?
And they would have if I wasn't there to guide him.
Oh, that's perfect. That makes sense. I'm glad you were there, because otherwise there would have been a huge... Pepper. Pepper, just, I have absolutely no idea what happens at your events. I just work with you.
That's right.
So when something goes wrong, I assume giant peppers fall from the sky.
You are right. You are right. One of the ways I help teach the young of our community, our traditions and our customs, is by pelting them with healthy vegetables.
That's brilliant.
So when I told him, don't talk during the davening, and he said, I won't, I dropped 3 orange peppers on his head.
Peppers right on his head. That's great.
Right. And you know what he said to me?
What's that?
I was very surprising what he said to me. He didn't say, why did you do that, or I'm allergic to peppers. He said,
Pass the salad dressing.
pass the salad dressing.
Smart kid.
That is a smart kid with
Turned it right around
the
on you.
obesity problem we have in our school, in our shuls, okay? The obesity problems we have. I wish I could have texted Michelle Obama right there and told her this kid's on the right path.
Boy, that kid sounds brilliant. He's going places.
He is going places.
Yeah, you know what we do to discipline our kids in my house?
What do you do?
Well, whenever they act up, we just
Put them in the closet.
put them in the closet. See, for hours on end, it's hilarious.
It's hilarious. And how long are they in the closet for?
I put them in last Thursday.
It's Thursday. It's Tuesday. That's like 4 days ago.
I'm not a very good parent.
Oh, you don't sound like it. Did you at least give them some food, or even at least give them some milk? Milk? You slide it under the door like they could be little cats and lap up the milk after 4 days?
I spilled milk on the floor and I mopped it in there and it's 90 degrees outside, so it's probably spoiled.
Oh, this is horrible to hear. You have to go home immediately and let those kids out of the closet.
But you treat me terribly here. You never let me leave early. I can't let my kids out of the closet.
I didn't mean go right now. I meant, of course, after you're done, at 5 o'clock. And you've got a lot to do today. You've got to help me prepare tomorrow's lessons, and you've also got to
Clean the toilets.
clean the toilets. I'm glad you've been doing that after we prepare the lessons. And after you clean the toilets, you're going to have to Windex. Clean the toilets first, then do it with Windex. It's sort of like a backup.
I've been meaning to talk to you. I've been here for 7 years, all right? For so long. And still you have me doing the menial jobs, cleaning toilets and Windexing things. Well, when am I going to get a leg up? Come on.
You know, you got a point, Carl. I mean, I've been the head of the youth education program here at the shul, and you've been the guy who does the menial jobs no one wants to do for 7 years. What'd you have in mind? I mean, maybe you could be a part-time
Shoelace tire.
shoelace tire.
Seriously? Shoelace tire? I think that's a step down from cleaning toilets.
I don't think so. Unless they stick their foot in the toilet or something like that.
Look, when I go out on the streets and I see a lady and I say, hey, I'm a shoelace tire, you think she'll be impressed? Come on.
She might say a shoelace tire. Why?
That's interesting.
That's interesting.
Exactly. Do you know what that's interesting means when it comes from a lady? That means get away from me right now. That's what that means.
I don't know about that. When my mother met my father, okay, and he told her that he was a bowling shoe disinfectant engineer, she said to him, my wife.
That makes no sense at all.
Well, she was having a stroke at the time. And he rushed her to the hospital, okay, the doctors diagnosed it, and he said, can you see, how many fingers, can you see my fingers? And she said, I do, and then they were married. And they've been married for
7 years.
7 years.
That's a beautiful story. It's wonderful. But I just want something that's meaningful. A job like
The rabbis.
the rabbis. I want to do what the rabbi does, and I'm still not entirely sure, like I said earlier, but I want his job.
You don't want my job.
Don't you know what a rabbi has to do? Okay, why?
Not so loud now.
Among the many duties a rabbi has to do, first, the rabbi has to
Ride the elevator.
Serve pretzels.
serve pretzels. Okay?
Do that. I can serve pretzels.
Secondly, the rabbi has to clean the shul. Clean the shul.
I can clean the
From
shul.
top to bottom.
I already do that. It's my job already. That's true. I'm almost a rabbi.
After cleaning the shul, he has to
Modern orthodoxy.
Modern orthodoxy.
That sounds
and he has to say it in a toneless voice, so that he doesn't color the interpretation of the orthodox.
I've never been monotone in my life. I don't know if I can handle that.
You're going to have to find a way to do it.
I'm having second thoughts. Maybe I should just
Be a dessert server.
be a dessert server.
You've got high aspirations, a dessert server or a rabbi. I mean, there's really, if you really want to be a rabbi, be determined. Our rabbi does all those things before 7 in the morning. And you know what he says to me each morning when I come in at 8 o'clock? He says, "Good morning.
Let's go Mets.
Let's go Mets."
He's a Mets fan.
He's a Mets
Then
fan.
I definitely can't be a rabbi.
Oh, you've got to come on.
No way. No way.
All right, listen, we can talk about it a little more tomorrow, but there's still some snacks from the youth lunch. Would you like to, I've got some Doritos here. I've got some,
Pretzels.
clearly someone wants to go back to her seat. Some pretzels.
I don't know. Pretzels make my mouth dry.
Yeah, these pretzels are making me thirsty. All right, let's hear it for our killers.